What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, I haven't updated you guys on the car for a long time now. It's been almost a month since I got the cartoon, and yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I do want to talk to you guys about the engine bay, all the stuff that I did, and what I the problems that I went through, and just to give you guys just a part by part the installation, what things to buy and what to look for to avoid issues that I've ran into. And I'll make another separate video on that soon once we finish this project that I'm about to start on. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned to you guys that ever since last year or a couple of years now that I've been having some heating issues. When I say heating issue is every time I drive, obviously I'm Indian, right? So I would like to wear flip-flops when I'm driving in the summertime. Obviously I don't want to wear jeans, I don't want to wear shoes. It gets hot because I have no AC. And every time I drive, the gas pedal area, this whole section right here, it starts to feel like I'm in an oven. Like my foot feels like it's cooking, and it gets really, really hot. Now this is before the T56 went in and all that stuff. So I finally decided to actually, figure out what the hell's going on here, maybe do some installation install. And I went to go ahead and remove this carpet just to see exactly what's going on. Is there a hole? Because it feels like the hot air is blowing. And I even took out the downpipe and wrapped it to, maybe the heat's coming from there or something like that. So let me remove this. Just a tab. As you can see, there's no insulation. You know why? It's because the pieces are broken. And now this is because me banging the tunnel for the T56, but I have a feeling that this probably came out prior to that whole banging and stuff, because look, there's a lot of pieces here that it's a plate. Okay. There's some pieces obviously down there that's probably from the banging, but there's a lot of, this is a 30-plus-year-old insulation that's gone bad. So my right now project is to go ahead and remove all this insulation. Obviously the full interior. So I'm gonna take the car seats out, the front two car seats. Obviously this middle piece, this whole interior piece, the shifter stuff. And then remove the carpet. Obviously, I also got to remove this piece. I do have these doors pieces on my shelves. The reason why I didn't put it on is because I was planning on taking this interior apart, and this is the reason why. So that's the one thing I'm planning on doing. The second thing I'm planning on doing is updating the audio on this car. Now, the audio completely sucks on this car, and it's horrendous. I think I have factory speakers on inside here with the Sony single deck, and this is a very, very old piece. And I also I messed up the antenna on this car where it was sticking out a little bit in the winter time, and I kind of pushed it down by hand, and now it doesn't it doesn't extend or retract by itself. So the antenna is completely garbage, which I'm upset at myself for doing that. And then the radio sucks. So we'll be updating the radio. I'm actually was planning on doing a double then just to cover this whole area. But then I realized I'm not looking for a high-tech, like, I'm gonna look at my navigation while I'm driving, which is all shit's gonna be all down here, or I'm not looking for CarPlay or anything like that. Obviously this is a weekend car. When I take it to someplace, I know where I'm going. It's not like I need navigation or any of that stuff. I just want to be able to hear music here and there. The reason why is I've been driving this car for years now in the summertime with the windows down, obviously with no AC. And I just listen to obviously the wind noise and the cars driving by, and the turbo spool and all this stuff. So I'm used to that. But now I want to be able to enjoy somewhat of music while I drive. So I'll be taking this part, getting rid of this, getting rid of the front speakers. I did order from Auto Extrude the tweeters that sit on this piece right here, the pillar, this area. But I am planning on returning because I don't need that anymore. One is that they're backed up for about a couple of weeks or so, and I'm not looking to wait. And two is I don't need all these tweeters, the small P's, and I got speakers here. and speakers back here. Now, I just found out today from Special K, Kenya, that there's a speaker right there where my finger's pointing. I did not know that. I know there's a speaker back there. Apparently, different years have different amount of speakers. So there's 2 speakers here, 2 speakers on this side, and 2 speakers in the front. 4-inch speakers in the front. This is a 3.5, the small one that I'm pointing at, and then the one that back there, where my finger is, it's 5 1/4, or it might be 5. Or it might be 4 something, some change. And I think what people do is 5 1/4, and you do have to modify that. So I did order a 5 1/4, and we're gonna modify that little area, that little speaker hub piece back there. I'll show you guys that when we get to it. So, and then up front, I know it's a 4-inch speaker, but I am going to be upgrading to a 6.5 or 6 1/4. I'm sorry. There is a bracket for the 6.5 speaker. Obviously the 91 and 92 come with a 6.5, or I'm sorry, 6 1/4 speaker already from factory. The 89 and up, they don't, and obviously the 86 and up as well. They're 4-inch speakers in the front. So I'm upgrading it to 6.25 in the front, and I ordered the bracket. It should be here possibly this Saturday. So today being Thursday, so hopefully tomorrow or by Saturday I should have that speaker bracket. So, and what I will be using for my car is I'm upgrading to a single Kenwood. It's got good reviews on it. Again, I'm not looking for a crazy sound. I'm not too picky about like the bass or anything else. I just want to be able to hear some good music, better than what I have. And I'll play the radio in a second for you guys, just so you guys can then hear that, what it sounds like. Now this is for the back. I believe this is a 5 1/4. This is JBL that I ordered off Amazon. It's got good reviews as well. And then this is the 6.5, which will be going in the front. And I'm hoping that this magnet is not sticking out too much where it's going to be touching the inside of the door, where having some clearance issue. So stay tuned for that. For insulation, I ordered a box, and this came in from Amazon, which I'll be returning because it's not... there's no tape on this side. It's just like plastic. I don't know how this is an insulation. It's probably just for maybe vans, and you have to use double-sided tape or some kind of tape to stick this. I'm not going to be using it. What I'll be using is this, and I just dumped it out of the box. Is this. Dustin from Arizona recommended this to me. He used it on his car. Obviously, it's for sound and also heat. And if you look at one of the sides here, it's actually sticky. So obviously, the sticky part goes on the floor, and then it's, prevents the sound and heat to come through to the body. So obviously, one part sticks, and the other part is the insulation, like the foil kind of looking thing. So this is 36 feet. The other piece that I ordered, which is probably going to get returned, is 100 feet. And I don't know, I'm probably going to be returning that, and I'll order an extra, just, another set of this. This is 36 feet. I think it'll be plenty enough. But as a precaution, I'll probably be ordering more tonight, and hopefully be here by Saturday in case I need more. So this is the project that I'll be working on. I'll get the interior seats pieces started. Just to guys give you a heads up, probably not going to record it, is there's 4 bolts on the seats on each seat, which is 14 millimeter. And then you need to take this piece out, this bolt to the seat belt, which is also a 14. So there's 5 total bolts of 14 millimeters on each side. The back seat will just pop out with 2 clips there, and the black pieces, you'll see it. You just got to pull them. So that seat comes out, and then there's a bunch of screws on these pieces. I've never taken this out, so this will be a fun thing. And then everything else is just bolt on. Let me show you guys before I end this video. Don't want to drag this video too long. Show you guys how this radio works. Now, it may sound like, oh man, it sounds actually good, it's decent. No, it's not. Especially when you're driving, it's bad because obviously the antenna doesn't work. So there's no clear reception, and it just sounds very high pitch. So yeah, so I do have a solution for the antenna, which I will be I'm gonna test it out. Hopefully it's not one of my another million mistakes. I don't know if I have the antenna down here, but I'll update you guys on the next video. It's basically an antenna of that will go in there and they'll stick to the windshield. It's a very small piece that gets taped on to the windshield or wherever you want to, hook it to or tape it to. So I'll probably do that in the front, somewhere around in the corner, and just run the wire down and hide it all the way on the bottom of the dash if it's not long enough for me to do it to the back. So that'll be the plan that I'm leaning on to do. So yeah, so stay tuned, guys. This is the new project that I'll be working on with the installation, the audio, and all that stuff. And I do have to order that 3.5-inch speaker, which I found out today. So I'm probably going to be doing the full 6-speed. Not going to do the amp, not going to do the sub at the moment, unless when I hear the sound and if it sounds very, good to where I want it to be. I'm not looking for crazy sound. If it sounds decent, better than what I have, I'll just leave it as is. Maybe in the winter, I'll probably add an amp and a sub and have everything up hooked up and maybe, upgrade a little bit more than what I have, from this new stuff. So stay tuned. There'll be a lot of updates.